gonna give people some time to enter the chat. I seen this situation. I was watching it on YouTube with the three UPS, the fake three UPS workers that went and did the unthinkable. And I know it's Christmas, so happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. You know what I mean? Hopefully everybody somewhat enjoyed themselves and spent times with those that matters. Merry Christmas to you too. Yeah, man, like I said, if you read the description, it's about the fake UPS workers. If you ain't seen the video, go on YouTube, type in fake UPS workers do the unthinkable by killing innocent people from what they assume that they thought they had in their house. So I had to tap in, even though it's the holidays and people enjoying themselves and their own family time. I'm like, I'm just gonna do a quick video because people is really just getting out of hand. Like, it's 2025. It really remind me of a situation if everybody go see the movie Paid in Full. The exact thing happened to Rich when his little brother got kidnapped because of what people assumed and they thought, and then how Ace got shot in the head and everybody else died in that room too, in the projects, when Ace got shot in the head because of what people assumed. And that happened in the 80s. See, in the 80s, you can get away with a bogus crime like that. But in 2025, with everybody got the Ring doorbell, camera alarms, and just cameras in general, for you dudes to even come up with the most laziest, thirstiest plan to run up in the crib that you assume the people in there got ties to the cartel, and you thinking it's supposed to be lump sums of money and all type of stuff you're gonna find in there, and it completely backfires. For y'all to even compose as fake UPS workers, what it do, family? For y'all to pose as fake UPS workers, for y'all to jump in, hit that like button, and go in there and wipe that family out in 2025, you might as well just personally just ask for a first class ticket to hell. Like, it's babies in there. You ever watched the Premier Football in England? No, we talking about the situation with the UPS workers posing as fake UPS workers, going in the house and killing innocent people in front of babies. Nah, I ain't watched that. No football in England. But hit that like button. But yeah, we talking about the fake UPS workers that went and killed innocent people in front of kids for no reason. To donate you $50. Nah, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can. I appreciate you though for that thought though. You know what I mean? Yeah, but everybody, if you ain't seen the video, go to YouTube and let me know your thoughts and opinion on the fake UPS workers posing as UPS workers, because they heard that this house had ties to a cartel and they thought it was gonna be a lot of money or whatever, drugs or whatever in there, and they end up wiping out the family in front of the babies. Look at Geese 88, right? It said it was hard to watch, right? It was hard to watch. Like, it's sad that out of all the hustles you sitting in your crib thinking of in any other way to come up with money, this is your last resort to come in there, pose as UPS workers, go in there and kill all the adults in front of the kids, and then leave with nothing for real. And then one of them look right at the camera, like, you crazy. They all got caught that same day too. And I don't mean to sound crazy, and I don't care how nobody take this, but situations like this one you need the death penalty. One kid was trying to prevent the other baby to go in the room to see the moms. Oh, see, I ain't gonna lie, at Geese 88, he watched the video for real. Yeah. Me and him, me and you watched the same thing. Yeah, you for real. You watched the video for real. Hit that like button too, and subscribe. Yeah, in the video, one of the kids was trying to prevent the brother from going in there and touching the body, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, situations like that, that's when you bring back the firing squad type shit. You know what I mean? It's like, out of all the things you could do to come up on money, it's like, so say for instance, if you did rob him, jail don't scare demons like that. Nah, it don't. Jail don't, dog. We got all y'all in here. Hit that like button. Jail don't scare demons, and that's the sad part because we got a lot of demons amongst us. And every day we in the field, and we all don't know it because we got so many demons amongst us. For you to go in there and do that in front of kids, you completely, your soul is just destroyed, dog. Like, you shot innocent people because of what y'all assume that people in there had ties to the cartel, and you thought it was gonna be money and all that in there. Instead of you just going in there, okay, y'all ain't got nothing. All right, it's some bogus leave. Y'all kill the people, bro. But like my boy, like my people here at Geese 88 said, jail don't scare demons. You know what I mean? And that's just the time we living in, to where I felt like it's Christmas, happy holidays, everybody. That I just in my heart like, nah, man, I gotta do a little video on this, man. Like, that's just was horrible. It made me get emotional just watching it because I done been in situations where I had my time in the streets and I never went that low as far as on how low they went just to come up on some money. You know what I mean? Merry Christmas to you, brother. Merry Christmas to you too, family. Make sure you subscribe. And I appreciate you too. Cause I'ma always keep that in mind. Like you say, jail don't scare demons, and that's real. Cause we amongst a lot of demons, and every day we unknowingly know when we in Walmart, Subway, Taco Bell, Atlas Theater, we in the field. I know we innocent and we don't want to be, but we got so much evil shit amongst us that it puts us in the line of fire. So what you gonna do? You gonna allow somebody to hurt you because they want to live up to being a bloodhound, little Jeff, or somebody influenced them, or they just want to just have hats for no reason. So it's a sad situation for them dudes to even be doing something like that in 2025. Like that's that's crazy. And I remember years ago when I was in the streets, you know what I mean? I would have kept my opinion to myself or amongst the people who I vibe with. But it's like now in my situation with me having a platform, I'm able to come here and speak on bogus ass situations like that was very uncalled for. Like, it was no need for y'all to pose as UPS workers. Okay, so say for instance, if y'all did pose as UPS workers, y'all were trying to go hit a lick. But damn, though, you got to run in the crib and kill the people in front of the kids, bro. I don't go nowhere. I DoorDash food and have Herb deliver my groceries. I stay in the house. That's crazy nowadays. And then look, even nowadays, staying in the house, that ain't even safe. Think about that now. If you ain't living, it ain't even really about you living in the right or wrong area now, because it go down anywhere now. You could just be sitting in your crib like how all of us sitting here right now on live, and next thing you know, some shit get to flying through the window and you got to hit the ground. You know what I mean? So now you don't know who you living next to. You don't really, or you think you know who you living next to, but you're not aware of what they got going on secretly. You know what I mean? So there's probably people who on live right now or watching this live who was living next door to one of the dudes who posed as a UPS worker and probably saying to themselves like, damn, I knew dude was weird, but I didn't know he was that damn weird to pose as a UPS worker, go in the crib with his friends and kill people for no reason. And in the end, you don't win. See, I'm a former street guy. And if I'm saying this, it's legit. That's when you bring the death penalty back. Because certain things, you know how far to go on, and you should know, like, okay, this getting out of hand. Okay, yes, we did plan this, and this stupid that we doing it from the beginning, but I don't want to go too far. You know what I mean? It's like you don't come back from that, man. I ain't gonna lie, and I'm not the person to dictate and say I can tell you what God feel and what he, all this stuff. But I know one thing: a situation like that, I just feel like you don't come back from that. Like that was ruthless, very uncalled for. You look right at the camera. I don't even know why you thought you was even gonna make it 24 hours posing as a fake UPS worker, and then it breaks your heart because when you watch the video, you see they walk off at first, and then the dude finally come out the crib in the driveway. When you street or you a certain person, you watching it, it's easy to say what a person should have did and what they shouldn't have done when you watching something. It's kind of like watching two people play chess and you get to see who is making what move should have been made because you have the advantage of standing up, watching, you know what I mean, both parties. So it's like when you watch the video of the dude walk out the crib and then in the driveway, because now he's curious on what's going on in your mind, you like, damn, you hope that he would have noticed, okay, if they delivery, where's the UPS truck? You know what I mean? And then one thing about them UPS trucks and you living in a spot like that, you usually hear that big ass door come up or go down. So you like, damn, you know what I mean? But he's probably not thinking. And then, okay, you walk out there, they got UPS worker uniforms on. Clearly they playing this, they've been staking out and watching, even though a person is not thinking all of this while he's in the driveway. But we just saying for viewers who's watching. And then you see a car, you don't see no truck. That was a red flag right there. You know what I mean? And it don't matter what the situation is, man. Times ain't that hard for you to pull no lick like that in 2025. Because even if they didn't have cameras, the next door neighbor got ring door. Everybody got that ring door shit nowadays. This ain't 1965. Everybody got that shit now. So for you to even think that even if y'all made it in and out the house and they just was looking for suspects and they had y'all car on other people's ring door shit when the car driving by, the dude, rapper Queso Father just spoke on this shit on Say Cheese, how he said when he got a call from Crazy K to pick them up after they got done doing the drill, his car that he picked them up was on a Ring doorbell camera. That's the thing nowadays, bro. You feel me? You ain't got to just be worried about you talking about public stores and all of that. Everybody got cameras now. So, like he said, he going to pick them up, and his car ended up being on a Ring doorbell camera. That, and then along with his phone and a snitch that puts him picking up accomplice to murder. You know what I mean? So it's like out of all the hustles in the world, man, that just was the weakest shit you can ever do. You know what I mean? You killed them people for no reason, and it's no justifying that. It's no apology that can accept that, because that was just dumb. And it's like for y'all to even resort to that as a way of bouncing and shaking back, like y'all cowards. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? It's rules when you locked up in there. You know what I mean? And even though they was not kids, it's just the way y'all went about the crime, and hopefully that y'all get dealt with and punished, because it is certain rules that real gangsters and the walls just ain't really accepting like that. You know what I mean? Y'all, you know what I mean? You can't deny it. It's on national TV, man. Y'all smoked some grown adults in front of babies with no remorse, left the door all open and shit. Like, nah, well, you don't deserve no workout, no commissary, no nothing. Straight punishment mode for real. You hope they have a hard bit, but me personally, they deserve the death penalty. But I saw the video. I know it's Christmas, you know, people enjoying themselves with family. I ain't want to be long. I just wanted to tap in and give my thoughts and see how y'all felt about that video, how gruesome it was, and just people ain't have no heart, no remorse to even do something like that. And then, like I said, for you to look right at the camera and before it even go down, when you looked at the camera, even if you was gonna do it, you should have changed your mind at that moment. Like, damn, I'm barefaced. Like, you know what I mean? I'm on camera. You know what I mean? But you thinking these are street people, or even if they was street, that y'all would pull a move and that they wouldn't call the laws. So, you know, people have all type of thoughts that they try to justify the reason of them doing some nonsense. You know what I mean? That they ain't gonna miss it. They whoop de woo whoop de woo. But for them to pose as UPS workers, they had to be staking out. They had to be one thing, and I'm gonna say this. One thing about, and take this from somebody who knows, when you planning a robbery or you trying to hit a lick, it don't never go the way that you think it's gonna go. You know what I mean? Like, rarely any robbery or lick the way you want it to go, it don't never really go. You know what I mean? You might say, "Oh, we just gonna break in the door," and then you might have to end up driving a whole car through the door. That's just not a good hustle. It's a dangerous hustle. And then it's 2025. That's some shit that's gonna get your ass sat down in the electric chair type shit. Like, that's just not a good lane to be in. Robbery is not a good lane. You know what I mean? It come with too much time. Even if you don't got a record, you know what I mean? It's just come with too much. So hitting licks and robbery anyway, you know what I mean? It's just not a good hustle, period. You know what I mean? It's not so much to do with it's 2025. For y'all in here, hit that like button. It's just about, that's just not a good hustle because robbery comes with you having a partner. And once them people get to talking about 40, 30, you gonna get told on. You know what I mean? Robbery is especially aggravated robbery. Aggravated is when there's a pistol involved, and then God forbid you slapped them and told them to move 2 inches over. That's robbery, kidnapping, and all type of other stuff. So let's just leave. Even though I know the robbery game will never go nowhere, it's a part of the street life. That's why everybody was making a big deal when 21 and all of them was saying F the streets. Because if you was really in the streets before you became who you was today, you done had to pull a move where you had to either run up in a spot or you had to lay somebody down. It's all type of politics and evil shit come with the streets. You know what I mean? We all know that. But when you pose as a fake UPS worker and you and your homies resort to this being y'all only way of saying y'all could come up, and then when you do it, you take the shit far and you kill people in front of kids. You don't deserve no remorse from nobody. You lucky nobody is spitting in your tray and doing stuff that I know people normally do to people like y'all. Pee all in your food, do all type of vicious shit because y'all don't deserve to even be here. Death penalty for real. You know what I mean? Like I say, we all have done vicious things in our life, but you do have to know, okay, me going this vicious, taking this shit this far, is not a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not finna. I know we came here to hit a lick. Okay, the lick bogus. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody, ain't no bricks in here, ain't no money in here. We thought they had ties to the cartel. We only left with 1,200, but okay, licks don't never go the way you think it's gonna go. Robberies, setups, back doors, all that shit don't never go the way you think it's gonna go. It's always gonna be some type of mishap shit where you be like, damn, that got fucked up, or whoop de whoop whoop de whoop. So if you didn't see the video, go on YouTube, watch the video with the three fake UPS workers. You know what I mean? Going to kill an innocent family. Like I say, it'll bring tears to your eyes. It'll get your eyes watery because it was just very uncalled for. You know what I mean? And I did lives probably 7 lives ago where I was talking about how we all indirectly is in the field. When you're walking out of Walmart, you in the field. When you in Walmart, you in the field because we got so many demons walking around that you don't know what type of time they on. We only see the ones who blatantly showing us who got the shiesties on and they walking around sticks, buttons. Yeah, we see them. Them the ones that you see, so you don't gotta worry about them. It's the undercover ones, the one that be in Walmart when you on aisle 3 with their ass, and then they just yell out of nowhere, "Oh, my God told me." Oh, hold on, your God told you what? I'm finna fire your ass up. Hold on, hey, you know what I mean? Because it's just a crazy time now. You know what I mean? So it's the holidays. Tribe Gang TV just wanted to trap in with y'all, man, because like I said, I seen the video, man, and it touched my heart, man. And if you ain't seen it, go watch that video, man. But like I say, with the three fake UPS fake workers posing, trying to hit a lick, and it go bogus, and it backfire, and they end up killing them in front of kids, and one of them looked directly right at the camera. You know what I mean? So that right then and there, you should have made a choice to say, okay, I'm calling this off. It's over. You know what I mean? But hey, you know what I mean? Greed sometimes get the best of people. You know what I mean? But one thing that is very easy to do is a first class ticket to hell, and I think all three of them have got them a first class ticket to hell, because you don't come back from that, man. And that was very gruesome and heartless. And you can't even explain that to a judge. Matter of fact, we don't want to hear your remorse. So, Tribe Gang TV, like I said, if you ain't seen the video, go check it out, man, with the three dudes posing as fake UPS workers. And like, comment, subscribe, let me know your point of view and what you think about it or whatever. Like I say, like my boy Geese 88 said, jail don't scare demons like that. You know what I mean? And you know, so be aware, stay alert, stay safe, stay blessed, and make sure you look out for fake FedEx workers and posers. You know what I mean? We living in a dangerous time where people don't want to work for nothing. They want to take the easy route and do bogus shit like what we just seen on YouTube with these dudes posing as fake UPS workers. So, like I said, I always tell you, man, go to my YouTube post, check out for merch update. We got the Tribalicious effect. You know what I mean? Testosterone booster. Take 2 capsules a day. Results in 7 days. You know what I mean? Dietary supplement, very healthy for you. You know what I mean? Once again, happy holidays. Had to tap in with y'all. I seen that video, it was touching, and I just really wanted to share my thoughts on it. Go to my YouTube, you know what I mean? Like I say, you know, tap in with your boy, like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna go live tomorrow. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Love, we out. Try.